Hey there, and welcome to this first look, where we'll be diving into some gameplay to show you Bubble Ghost Remake. This is a reimagining from the ground up of the original classic. Bubble Ghost is a very popular, timeless gem of the video game industry, and I'm Nestor from Video Bond Games, lead artist on Bubble Ghost Remake, and I'll be your guide through this short gameplay experience. Our story is being told through comics, mainly. The original didn't have any story, so we really want to flesh out the setting and the characters this time around. And it has a new fresh coat of paint, as you may have noticed. I'm doing all the illustrations, assets, and interfaces, and we have a whole team of talented developers and artists working on this project. So the story is mainly being told through comics and cinematics. I'll narrate the comic for you. Once upon a time, there was a scientist of great fame. Heinrich von Schinke was his name. In his lab, he did his experiments. They were his life, his joy, his merriments. For his achievements in science, he was awarded, in front of the world, recognized and rewarded. It was there, playing the piano, that he saw her. He approached Sophia timidly. He wouldn't want to bother. Years later, she became his wife. Together they'd spend the rest of their life. Soon their home was filled with pets. They made their life exciting, no regrets. Sophia showed Heinrich the world of music and melody. Heinrich was a natural. What a beautiful memory. Until one day, a message flew inside. Was it bad news had arrived? War had returned to England, his home. To fight for it, he'd have to leave his wife alone. They said their goodbyes, with tears in their eyes. "I'll wait for your return, my dear," she said, feeling both hope and fear. As he walked away, he glimpsed at the castle, bathed in the sun's light. He wondered if he would ever see it again, if he might. Years passed, wishing to go back, if only. Once he returned, he found his old home quite lonely. Now we have a cinematic playing. Here we are. This is what the stages look like. In this castle, there are a ton of dangers, wild animals, crazy machinations, difficult boss encounters that will try to stop us. So basically, in the meantime, as we advance through the story, we may discover a thing or two about Heinrich, our little ghost here, and there may be some surprises along the way. So let's start. We move around with the stick. Very nice. This is this beautiful living room. And since we're a ghost, we can move around and pass through solid objects. We have full freedom when we move around. We can press A to blow, and we can redirect our character as well. And here is the bubble. The main gimmick of the game is that you guide this bubble across the stages. You have to bring it to the end of the stage. However, it may be more difficult. This is our first proper level. We have a floating shiny ring over here, and we see some spikes and some obstacles. Basically, if you crash the bubble against a wall, it'll burst, and then you have to start over. Your ghost can move around, but you have to guide the bubble across these stages. And these rings act as a collectible. If you touch them before they disappear, you get them. You get the collectible. But if you're too late, you don't get it. So I'm gonna restart quickly to show it again. There we go. I got the ring. And here we have our first puzzle. We see a mouse and some spiky vines and a lever. If we interact with the object, we can destroy it. And this mode of gameplay works with most things. Basically, you interact with the environment using your breath. And it also implies some skill, because we have to wait for the mouse to move away, and then we can... Whoop! There we go. So the levels combine puzzle with skill level, basically. Let's move along. And the story is continuing now. As Heinrich led the bubble through the hallways, he had a strange feeling. He felt followed, watched by an ominous shadow hanging from the ceiling. "You're back," said the bat. "We missed you, Heinrich. So much. And now you've brought me a shiny gift. Looks tasty. I'd better get it swift." "No! The poor bubble has done nothing wrong. And your jaws, it does not belong." Heinrich took the bubble and fled, but where to? The bat exclaimed. "I'm always one step behind you." So, there we will encounter many cute animals along our adventure, but not all of them are so kind as they seem, like this bat, for example. He will chase us around the sequence. If we guide the bubble, it'll follow us, basically. The animations are made by my artist colleague. We really want to give every character in this game a lot of expression to give them personality and make them shine. And this stage is more skill-based. You have to quickly escape with the bubble, and it's a bit complicated. Yes. Okay. There we go. Ah! I almost reached the ring. Almost in time. There we go. That level was more skill-based. We'll be intertwining between skill and puzzle. The original game, Bubble Ghost, was released in 1987 by Christopher Andriani, and it was a challenging game with puzzles and a difficult gameplay. And we want to bring that experience to a new generation of players, but also to those who enjoy the original and may have some nostalgia for it. Our game has difficult stages and challenging mechanics, and we also will have different boss fights that will prove to be quite the challenging experience. Here we have another mechanism that we can interact with, and basically what we do here is we blow a bit to this windmill, and then it activates the mechanism and we can go through. We also have hidden stages, like over here, for example. You can see that there is a passageway, and it will lead us to another ring that we can't reach right now because we're too late. But if we repeat the sequence and are quick enough, we could get it. Let's try. Let's try. Okay. Gotta be fast here. Gotta be really fast. There we go. Okay. I didn't make it, but but if someone really wants to try it, I'm sure they'll make it. There we go. Next stage. Here we have another puzzle. We have a little cute baby bat that we can interact with, but it doesn't seem to respond directly. What we can do is we see that they are like resting on these yellow pustules. So if we... Oh, by the way, another fact. If we go too far away and try to explore the level on our own, the bubble bursts. We cannot get too far away with it. We have a special bond with this bubble, and we need to carry it with us around. And then we may be able to push these bats using our breath. We can see that there's another one of these pustules over there. So I'm going to blow, and then the bat moves over there. If the bat basically has a place to go, it'll move there. So I can also push it over here, and then the path is clear. And now I can move along. There we go. I'll wait for the spider to pop up again. There we go. There we go. That wasn't so hard. Ooh. Nice. Perfect. We have really picked out every corner of this game to make each stage like have its own personality. We really want to make each stage shine on its own, so that it has its own personality and quirks. Now we'll be heading into a more challenging cactus stage, where we have these sick cactus that sneeze out spores that act as projectiles. And then we have to sneak around them like this. And we wait for the right time, and then we move along. This level is a lot about waiting, being patient, and waiting for the exact moment to guide our bubble across. Perfect. This game is perfect for speedrunners, basically. If you really want a challenging experience, consider picking this game up. You can wishlist it on Steam right now, and there is going to be a playable demo very soon on Steam and on Nintendo Switch. But yes, like I was saying, this game is very speedrunner friendly. It has a lot of rewards for those people who want a more challenging experience, but it is also accessible enough for gamers who just want to enjoy our story. There we go. And now it has taken us to a spider-infested area. But I don't want to spoil the fun too much. I hope you enjoyed our presentation. This game is a project that is very passionate to our team, and we really want to make it justice. If you like what you see, then consider adding the game to your wishlist, and I'll see you soon.